Hello friends, welcome. Thank you for joining me for this special 20-minute gentle stretch and pause practice, standing edition. So this class was a request from one of our valued group members who wanted a practice to counteract the effects of sitting for long periods. And I think many of us, most of us, dare I say all of us, can benefit from this practice because, let's face it, most of us are sitting a little more than we should be. And particularly right now, if we're traveling, if we're going on vacations and those things, you might be in a car for long periods or on a bus or train or plane. So take this practice along with you. That's the beauty of this group and of virtual fitness. Wherever you have a signal, you can bring us along to the beach, to the train. Hell, I don't know, can you use it on a plane? Is that allowed these days? I don't know. I don't fly a lot. Anyway, get your spot. All you need is a little bit of room where you can spread out. Get your crew ready around you, and this is exactly where we're going to start. Feet are wider than shoulders. Maybe you shift it side to side a few times to feel the feet land really evenly. And then take a pause somewhere in neutral. As you land there, the legs engage a little, but still keep them soft. There's a micro bend to the knees, and everything's just kind of hanging out. From here, we're going to imagine we're kids again, for a lot of reasons. But in this instance, pretend you're hanging out, and you put on dad or somebody else's really big coat or shirt. And you start to swing those empty coat sleeves around because, let's face it, our arms are never quite long enough for those big, long coat sleeves, right? So as you spin here and start to whirl about your empty coat sleeves, get a little softer in the feet. Bring that circle a little wider. As you do, maybe opposite foot comes up onto your toes. And so it becomes a swinging and a little pat on the back as you do. If you take that little pat on the back, what we're doing back there, a little back massage. Little range of motion on the shoulder, but also our adrenals are back there. A yoga teacher in my yoga teacher training used to do this stretch, this movement, and say, oh, sweet adrenals. Give those sweet adrenals a little massage because our adrenals are often overworked. They release that stress signal, and let's face it, we're all way more stressed than we probably should be, right? Take it a few more times side to side. As you swing the arm in front of you, blow the breath out. So it becomes a quick inhale and a forceful exhale. Take it 2 more times to each side. And then begin to slow down the movement. Find stillness there. Letting the feet land wider than shoulders. Arms by your side, shoulders melt down. Take an inhale, rise the hands up overhead, interlace the fingers, and then press your palms up towards the sky. As you press them up high, take a wiggle. Imagine that you're getting taller as you wiggle the ribs away from the hips. Big inhale to grow just a little bit more. As you exhale, blow it out like you're blowing out birthday candles and press the palms forward for a C-shaped spine. Big inhale into this shape. Exhale, release the hands back behind you. Press the heart forward. Maybe the hands stay right there, or if you can reach, take the hands, interlace the fingers back behind you, roll the shoulders down and back, and then press the heart forward. breath get just a little fuller, a little bigger breath here. Maybe even taking that blowing out of the breath like you're blowing out birthday candles anytime that you feel like you need to release a little more tension. Maintain those yoga mudra arms or hands back behind you to stretch into the chest. And start to find a gentle flow side to side. A little side lunge action. As you take it side to side, bending into the knee, sitting back into your heel a bit. Land as evenly as you can on the foot. Try not to rock all the way to the side or all the way to the heel. Get a nice deep knee bend, deep sinking into the hips. Next time you pass through neutral, take a pause and you decide, maybe you maintain yoga mudra arms. Maybe you're satisfied and you release them. Either way, begin to dive it forward. Plenty of bend in your knees. Head, neck, face hang heavy. Let the shoulders roll down and back, and maybe you even take a nod of the head yes as you land here. There can be as much bend in your knees as you'd like. More bend means less hamstring stretch. Whereas if the legs are lengthened out a bit more, you'll get into the hamstrings a bit more. So play with it there. See what feels right. You can hang out right here. This is enough for most of us. Or if you'd like to take that side to side lunge shift here, then feel free to play with that movement. See how it feels in your forward fold shape. Wherever you've chosen to land at this moment, check in with your breath. Have you forgotten about it? If you have, no judgment, just notice and then see if you can make the breath a little fuller, a little more intentional. Take a pause in any movement here. One more inhale. As you exhale, slow roll back up to your feet. Take your time getting there. Shoulders, neck, and head arrive last. And when you get to the top, maybe heel-toeing the feet in a little. Turn the feet out to a 45-degree angle. As the feet point out, the arms inhale, and we take it wide to a star pose shape. Get as wide as you can from fingers to toes. Exhale, start to sink into your goddess squat. Inhale, rise right back up into that star pose, wide from fingers to toes. Exhale, sink in. Inhale and rise. Start to find a rhythm that works for you. Exhaling, sinking in, maybe even with a wiggle to move into those hips and inner thighs. Perhaps you desire bringing the elbows down closer to the body, pressing the heart forward a bit more. This is your practice. It's your opportunity to stretch, so feel into it and decide what feels best here. On the next exhale, sink down into your goddess squat. Let the hands land on top of your thighs and take a pause. Get tall through the crown as you exhale. Opposite shoulder towards the opposite knee. Take a twist. As you inhale, slow rise up through center. Exhale, drop into the other side. Inhale and rise. Exhale, take it over. take that a few more times with your own breath, perhaps slowing down. At any point, if the body says, hey, I need to hang out here for an extra minute, an extra breath, that's okay, listen in. You can hang out right here and it might be enough for you. Or if you'd like to take the arm and extend it for these rotations, that'll give you a bit more. You can reach down towards the foot, turn the hips as you do. Inhale and rise before taking it over. Reaching down towards the leg. Try to keep that hip, that knee open. Inhaling and rising, taking it over. Ooh, notice the difference between the two sides. Last few rounds of breath in this variation of these shapes, wherever it is that you are. Begin to make your way back to a mountain pose. Feet in line with hips. Landing evenly through all points of the feet. Drop the shoulders down and back away from your ears. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Reach. At the top, a little back bend. Reach the hands back behind you. Exhale, elbows drop down past your shoulders. Lead with the heart. Swan dive to forward fold. Land here and take opposite hand to opposite elbow. You can hang out in a static hold, or if you'd like to take a little rock. A little movement, then find a ragdoll sway. Plenty of bend in the knees. The breath is flowing in and out. Allow the face, the jaw, the neck to soften. One more inhale into this shape. Exhale, releases the hands down towards your mat. Inhale, slide the hands all the way up to the top of your thighs, where the thighs meet the hips. Press the heel of your hand back and get long through the crown of the head. Create that flat back shake as you press the heel of the hand back and create a little space in the hips, the low back. One more inhale here. Exhale and fold back in. Inhale, slow roll back up. Reach the arms up overhead. Palms meet at the peak. Interlace the fingers. Keep the pointer and thumb out for your steeple fingers. And then drop over to the right side. Inhale and rise through center. Exhale, drop into the other side. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, release the hands by your side. Circle those shoulders down and back. Take the feet wider than shoulders once more and place the hands right to the base of your spine. Right on those bony facet joints. You can feel around, you'll feel your hips there, right on both sides of the spine. Heel of the hand lands, fingertips pointing down. Roll the shoulders down and back, keep your chin tucked slightly and start to lean in for your standing camel pose variation. For most of us, we don't have to take it far. It's not about going really far in a pose really intensely. It's about feeling where it feels best for you. Where do you get a good stretch on the front of the hips, the abs, the core, the chest, the front of the shoulders, perhaps. We all carry our attention differently, so we're going to feel this a little different. It's going to look a little different for each of us. Feel into what makes sense for you. On your next inhale, slow rise back up through center. As you exhale, fold forward. Release all of the breath. Inhale, slow rise back up. Circle the shoulders down and back. Release them away from the ears and then make a choice here. Where do you want to spend a couple moments of stillness? And depending where you are and what you're doing, what your body is feeling like at the moment, all those things are going to impact where you decide to take this. Maybe you lay down right where you are. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. Look around. Make a choice. You can find a standing pose or even a gentle standing movement, perhaps, that feels good for you. You might find a pose or a posture that we've already taken or another that you like and you'd like to hang out for a little while. Or maybe there's a seat somewhere you can sit in. There's no right or wrong way to relax. There's no right or wrong place to move your body. So find a place that for you makes sense to pause, slow down for just a few breaths. Perhaps there's movement. Perhaps there's not. Your choice. What do you need here? What serves you here? Allow the breath to become just a little more full, a little more intentional, and you sink into the moment. You sink into where you are. Yourself permission to be with the breath, to be with the moment. Circle of breath. Inhale and let go. Over and over, the circle of breath brings me into this moment. The even flow of air, the act of taking in and giving back. Breathing draws me inside the radiant reality of now. I can't breathe deeply and be fearful. Breathe freely and be anywhere but here. The whole of me is embodied in these waves of breath. Take one more big inhale into wherever you are. And as you exhale, find some movement. Maybe a wiggle, maybe a circling, a stretch, or even shaping your pose, posture, or position that you are in. Find a place that feels good for your body to be in at this moment. Wherever that is, let the shoulders settle away from your ears. You imagine you just got a little taller through the crown of the head. As you inhale, hands rise up overhead, palms meeting at peak. Before exhaling to heart center. Take that 2 more times. Big sweeping inhale. palms together. Exhaling, releasing down. Last time. As we pass by third eye, we choose to think kind thoughts. Passing by lips, choosing to speak kind words. Before resting at our heart, choosing to be kind. Namaste. The divine in me recognizes and appreciates the divine in you, my friend. Thank you for practicing with me wherever you are, wherever you're tuning in from, whenever this is along your journey of life. I am so grateful that you tune in and that you practice with me. It means the world, so thank you. I hope that you will continue to practice and that this served you however you showed up. Wherever you choose to go next, be safe, be kind, continue choosing to be well. Have a great day.